Hi again. Every once in a while, you may want to emulate a text terminal from like the 70s, an old computer where the computers were so slow, the processor in the computer was so slow that it would take a long time to print out each individual character on the screen, or maybe a typewriter that has a human driving it, uh, where it where all the keys, the characters are pasted or typed one at a time, and there's maybe a random time in between those characters appearing, or maybe a machine that's on an outer space network where it takes time to encode and decode all the characters that are being sent through space, or something to that effect. But we have some text that we want to paste in and then create an animation from this. So I'm just going to go ahead and select a font and a color, something computer-like, and select a terminal font for this probably, or something similar. Maybe a rounded font, something like that. It'll take care of the word wrapping and stuff for us. So we'll have it show a cursor. Um, Random time. So this will look like somebody's typing it in, because there'll be random spaces in between the characters appearing, and we'll give it a delay. If you're using random time, you have to give it how many frames to delay, and there'll be a random up to that number of frames to delay. And you can control the cursor. It can be the default is this up and down character here, or you could use something like a space or whatever you want to use, a asterisk or whatever. I think I'll use the underscore. Hit OK. It'll warn us how many frames it's going to create. Hit yes. It'll start typing it out, and give it a few minutes, a few moments, anyways. And once it's typed it out, it'll go ahead and insert all those spaces, and that will be it. So that's basically the gist of this filter. Um, Creates an animation for you. Much easier than doing it in a 3D program where you'd have to create all this text in 3D and then maybe separate it into each character having its own object or geometry, and then having an envelope so each character appears on screen one at a time. That would take forever to do, and it's just it's a time saver. It's not something you do every day, need to do all the time, but every once in a while you're doing a um, sci-fi kind of a screen or something for a spaceship, whatever you wanted to look. There's doing that second step where it goes and does all the spacing, the timing. So it's running backwards now, but that's just basically the gist of it. We call that the text terminal typer. That's in the latest build of Howler 2024. Just something we threw in there. Kind of thought it would be fun tool to have in there. Not gonna set the world on fire or anything, but when you work in you're a filmmaker, you make home movies or whatever, you occasionally run across these kind of problems, and you just want a quick way to do it. That's kind of what Howler's been for a long time. Has been your go-to program that does the things your 3D program doesn't necessarily do, like things like this, and should be done any moment now. Um, Not sure what this says. Momentarily deranged snaggy squirrel is incredibly uneasy visions, one of which involves a giant squirrel. All right. So you'll probably be working like me, working on something involving squirrels. We can run the animation. You can see it's just doing a little text terminal animation. You can save this out as a series of frames or as an animation, map it onto a polygon in your 3D program, and you're done. So that's about it. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you when we got more news in the future.